Welcome once again, my friends, and thank you for stopping by to listen to an old storyteller. Today we have a German tale, and the title of this story is The Elephant Princess and the Prince. The prophet Adam quarreled with the lady Eve, and they declared they would live apart from each other. Then Adam, having taken up his abode by the sea coast, produced the great demon, who is known by many different names. But the Lady Eve crossed the sea, making a bridge of a soap-vine stem which had grown across the straits, and became queen of the people on the other side. There she gave birth to a daughter who was called the youngest princess. When this princess grew up, the queen warned her that if ever she crossed the water, she must on no account harry the fields of cane or maize, or bananas belonging to the people on the other side. One day, however, the princess crossed over by means of the soap-vine stem, and forgetting her mother's warning, she harried the fields of the other people, and was immediately transformed into an elephant. In this guise she was encountered by a young prince who was studying at a monastery nearby, and the latter, seeing the great beast in his path, struck her in the center of the forehead with his iron-shod pike, so that the point broke off short in the skin. On reaching home, he reported the affair to the head of his monastery, saying that he had met a powerful beast of great size, which had a tail at each end. The head, however, being a wise man, knew from his account that it was a princess in disguise, and allowed the young man to set out to find her again. Presently the prince came to the seashore, and in order to cross over the straits, he scooped out the contents of a giant gourd, and seated himself inside it, and guiding himself by the soap-vine stem, he reached the other side in safety. On his arrival he made inquiry, and was told that the queen's daughter was sick. Offering his services as a physician, he obtained entry into the palace, where he was shown the princess, with his iron pike head still buried in her forehead. He then asked the queen to erect on the seashore a chamber like a royal audience hall, and at the same time to build him a big sailing vessel whose beak should protrude into the chamber. When this was done, the princess was carried into the chamber, and the prince, having entered in secret, plucked out the iron point from her forehead so that she fell into a swoon. The iron pike head he concealed in a bamboo tube, and exhibiting the princess to her family as she lay in a dead faint, he brought her back to life by whistling and patting her, and when she came to, he caused her to be carried home in procession. For this service he received the princess's hand. After living for some years in happiness with her, he wished to revisit his own country, and the princess accompanied him, taking with her a train of 39 attendants. Before the prince departed, the queen repeated her former warning, but the princess, again disregarding it, was turned back into an elephant, both she and all her attendants with her.
Thank you once again for listening to this story. If you enjoyed this story, please press that like button. Also, please help an old storyteller out by subscribing to my channel. The next story will be posted in a few days, so until then, may your story continue to be a good one.